PennsPeakRadio.com.
Hello, this is Lane Roberts. It's the Doctor with Penn's Peak Radio. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
My word, here I am on the phone. Here I thought I was a legend after 30 years, Russell, and I'm not even close.
Please.
Please, very humble. How about it? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're on the phone with Russell Hitchcock and if that name sounds familiar or you're trying to maybe put that, where do I know that name from? How about Air Supply and Russell Hitchcock on the phone? My word, this is absolutely, I got to say, an honor to talk to you for as long as I'm doing radio. This is a first for me with you, and I'm happy.
Well, thank you. It's great to talk to you, mate.
Here we are. You're going to be back at Penn's Peak. Always one heck of a show that you guys have put on, and you and Graham, and it's been an incredible ride. I mean, even looking over your website, which you guys can do as well, airsupplymusic.com, read a little bit about you as the singer, and here you're releasing the 25th CD.
Well, actually, we've had it out for a little bit, but, it's something, once again, that we're very proud of. We've tried to, I guess, improve as performers and songwriters since we began all those years ago, and I think we've achieved that with this latest recording, Mumbo Jumbo. Mm-hmm. It's a very special project for us. I think it shows signs of, how much maturity Graham has gained in, I guess we all try to in life, but in his efforts to become a better songwriter and tell better stories and not get away from the things that have made Air Supply successful, which is love. We're the romance band of the century, we think. Mm-hmm. But it's just a lot deeper and a lot more, I guess there's a wider kind of music spectrum on this project than there has been in the past.
On the love side of thing, and I would agree with that love comment. I mean, personal experience, a lot of the songs as, singer-songwriter, as you guys are, I mean, personal experiences, or, where does most of it come from for you guys?
Well, I think, Graham is responsible for the material. I just get to sing them, but he's always been a great observer of people and things around him. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's necessarily been through everything that he's written about, but certainly, he has a great knack of putting himself in other people's shoes. And as I said, he's very observant. He lives in a very remote part of Utah, very into nature and spirituality, and, I think that all gets funneled through him when it's time to write a song, but he certainly, it's no effort for him. But I think we're both sentimental, emotional people, and I think that really helps to carry us along, and when audiences see us particularly, they know that we're not playing at what we sing, we mean it with all our hearts and souls. We don't take ourselves seriously. But certainly the music, when it comes to performing in front of people or getting in the studio, it's always, 1,000%, and that's the only way we can do it.
It's, I know, I'm sure you have, of all the places that you've played in the world, but I'm sure you can visualize Penn's Peak and this place here in Jim Thorpe, and I can tell you that straight on, that the shows, just here in particular, that I've seen you guys do. First of all, sold out every time you guys are here. It is absolutely incredible. And what you're able to deliver on stage is still very, very, very much evident. And it just goes with what you're just saying. I mean, class act, loving what you do. But something else I found rather interesting, because today in particular, on my show, and usually every day I touch base on this, we are all in charge of our own destiny. We are all in charge of our own destiny, and I feel the people that we surround ourselves with at times certainly can put us in that direction, and you have to want to change. You have to want to do things, and in the bio that you guys can also read about, airsupplymusic.com on the website, I see your quote at the bottom with Russell Hitchcock that you wrote, that a child of inner city, Melbourne, who grew up very poor and who fortunately now gets to sing some of the greatest songs ever written. Have you ever thought it would have turned out like this? I mean, in your wildest dreams, Russell?
Not in a million years. We first started making recordings in 1975 when we were both in production of Jesus Christ Superstar in Australia. We just did it as a side thing. And, well, first of all, we thought that we sounded good when we sang together, Graham and myself. But he wrote a song that was our first hit in Australia, and it was very big on the charts there in those days. And, of course, when Lost in Love was released in North America and the world in 1980, it certainly changed our lives. But for two guys who came from the backgrounds that we both did and get involved in music, to expect to have a career that's actually 36 years this year is...
Wow.
Is unbelievable, and if somebody had told us in those days that you'd be around for that long, we would have certainly laughed at them, if not I don't know what we would have done, but it's just unimaginable. And every year that goes by that we keep, getting to do this and playing shows all over the world, and to be able to meet the people that we do and enjoy this career still at this level is phenomenal.
You're seasoned musicians. I mean, I come from a nice background of music myself, and you can just tell when you have a seasoned performer and somebody who is very much a seasoned performer, as you and Graham are on the stage. That is, it's so pleasing. It's so awesome with the energy that you have. And for those of you that might not have seen Air Supply here at Penn's Peak, your chance is Friday, January 20th coming up. Not all about mushy love songs here either. Let's get that across, Russell. I mean, it's high energy, a lot of fun, and you guys are all over the place. I mean, you definitely deliver. You definitely deliver on stage.
Well, it's a rock and roll show. We've always considered it to be nothing less than that, and it's within the spectrum of, light acoustic to whatever you want to name on the other end. But, and that's the other thing too. We value the support that we've, received from guys like yourself and the media, but most importantly, the audience. And, this day and age, certainly people, they work hard to be able to afford to buy a ticket or two to come and see us.
Sure.
And they deserve everything that you have to give them, because, without the support and, people continuing to come back and see us, we wouldn't have a career, and fans are the most important things to us.
No.
It's our ambition and our goal every night to go out there and have people go home saying that they just saw and heard something really special.
Yeah, it's. I'll tell you, you're going to want to see it. Penn's Peak, they're back. Russell and Graham together right here. Air Supply, going to be a great one. I still look through. I mean, there's a great bio that you wrote here. Beatles, still the greatest. I love the Beatles. Still the greatest band that ever existed.
Oh yeah, in my opinion. I mean, I was lucky enough to see them in Melbourne in 1964 when I was 15. I've seen McCartney 3 times. His show is still the best show out there, in my opinion. I mean, I never thought about being in music at all when I was a teenager, and they exploded, worldwide. Were as big as a phenomena as anything that's been before or since. But just everything they did, I mean, they influenced. Well, first of all, they wrote their own songs, which was a big deal in those days. They influenced fashion, the way people spoke, obviously the way people wore their hair. I think they were one of the first bands to do outside giant venues. I think they were one of the first groups to put lyrics on albums then. They just were so innovative and changed the course of music. Absolutely. Yeah,
neat stuff. And also, just as I don't want to go without mentioning either, since we have you on the phone, it's been released. Not quite sure how long, but you do have your new solo album out as well.
Yes, I just released in May this year a project called The Nashville Sessions. It's called Russell Hitchcock, The Nashville Sessions, and it's a double CD, 20 songs. We recorded in Nashville, obviously, over the last couple of years. I just had the opportunity to go there. It was kind of a flippant suggestion by the guy that produced it, Rob Rappaport. I love good songs. I don't care where they come from. I just want to sing them. I have my own website that you can hook on to, russellhitchcock.com, and get all the details about that. But, Graham and I just want to keep making music as long as we can together, and he's got a very special solo thing coming up as well, so... we never sit around doing nothing. That's for sure.
It is so amazing. People like yourself, people like the team of America as well. I mean, you just have that chemistry where you're able to keep it going. You're able to keep that friendship. You're able to keep that relationship and keep this going and highly successful. And not too many people can say that on that level right now. I mean, I think it's extraordinary.
Well, we're very lucky, Graham and I, and actually we're very good friends. With the guys from America, Jerry and Dewey, and they have basically the same kind of relationship that Graham and I do. We've known each other for so many years. We have the utmost respect for one another. We complement each other on stage and in the studio. We don't tread on each other's toes artistically. We have a lot of fun. I mean, just everything that you could wish from a working relationship we have, and we certainly have no intention of stopping any time in the near future, but it's a great thing, and as you mentioned before, it surprised, Graham and I, certainly a lot of people, because we were labelled the one-hit wonder after Lost in Love hit, but of course, history shows that turned out a lot differently. But I'm just really thankful that I'm able to do this at this level, and look forward to going to work every day that I get to sing these great songs with such a great songwriter and the guys in the band are fabulous too. So we have a great team, and it's worth coming to see if you haven't seen us before. And if you have, well, hopefully you'll come back again.
Yeah, well, that's evident because it's always an absolutely incredible crowd. It'll all happen right here at Penn's Peak on Friday, January 20th with Russell Hitchcock and Graham. Russell and Graham will both be together on the stage again and doing it all over. But I'll tell you, it's been a great experience to be able to talk to you. In particular, all the best to Graham, all the best to your families for continued success in the new year. And I got to say, I'm flipping channels late one night, not being able to sleep. We've all been down that road before. And who do I see on TV is you guys promoting, I think, something with a love song that was re-aired on a public broadcasting station. And there you, Russell and Graham, there you are promoting something from the 70s, I think.
Yeah, it was like a Time Life collection.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Of recordings, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a lot of fun. We shot that in Malibu in a day, and it was a fun experience, and it apparently was very popular. So.
Oh my gosh, it was! I watched the whole thing. I mean, I came across you guys, and I was watching it, and it's like, wow, this is cool. That's what it was, the Time Life series. So you shot that all in one day. Yeah,
well, yeah. Just we got there about 10 o'clock in the morning and wrapped up about 6 at night or something like that.
Get out!
It was a fun day, and once again, their staff and their director and photographers were all very professional, great people to work with, and that's what we like to do it as well as we can. And once again, you need that support to make it all look good. And
oh, for sure.
So we certainly had that.
Oh, my God. It looked, I mean, the way they put it all together, though, was absolutely incredible. So it's kind of like nice to be able to talk to you and just see that not too long ago. So it's pretty cool. But honestly, Russell Hitchcock, Air Supply, right here at Penn's Peak, always a hell of a crowd. Don't miss these guys. All the best to you guys, as I said, in the new year. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys here in January.
Thank you so much, and you have a great holiday season.
And you do the same, please. Thank you so much.
Thanks, mate.
PennsPeakRadio.com